Okay, so this is where Young Thug's lawyer is going to explain why he deserves a mistrial, because the state basically they effed up. All right, so we're gonna get into details of that. All right, y'all hit that subscribe for the vibe, and make sure y'all go look at the other parts that's going on with this case. All right.
Good morning again, Your Honor. Your Honor, last week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks ago, you ordered the parties to share all of their displays in opening statement to the others so we don't have to have these interruptions. I did that. The state shared with me 4 attachments. That's all they had. That's what I got. What you just saw on your screen, if you don't remember, I'll ask the state to put it up, and I asked for it to be marked as exhibit, is what you already excluded. It states that Mr. Ryan was convicted of murder, and I represent the co-defendant who's not on trial on the appeal. How did that not get sent to me so I could bring it to this honorable court's attention, 1? And 2, how do we just violate court orders? So, yes, I have a serious motion for a mistrial because it's intentional misconduct. That's my motion.
All right.
And I'd like the screenshot to be captured for Mr. Weaver to put in the record.
I'll admit it is Nick.
Yo, he did that shit mad smooth. He said, so yes, I would like a mistrial because of the misconduct. Like, he did that smooth. You're like, yo, Young Thug got a W for Young Thug lawyer. L to the state. You guys suck. This is worse than the damn OJ trial.
Next court exhibit in order of the state's presentation anyway, so. All right, so that'll be court 1 for purposes of the trial. So, Ms. Love, what's your response to Mr. Steele's assertion about Mr. Ryan?
As it relates to Mr. Ryan and the exhibits that the state intended to play and to display for the jury, I sent to Mr. Steele and everyone else the pictures and the photographs that I expected to use. As it relates to
she sound like she don't even know what she talking about.
The slide to which Mr. Steele is now referring regarding his representation on appeal, I'm not certain if the objection goes to...
You got nothing, Free Thug. How you fucking up? How you fucking up? Y'all had a year plus to prepare. How are you fucking up? Get her out of here.
The fact that there was the conviction, because that's part of the indictment and that's part of the evidence that the state expects will show. Or if it's as to his objection about the fact that he represents Mr. Ryan or Mr. Blaylock on appeal.
You don't represent Mr. Ryan.
Mr. Blaylock, man.
Excuse me. I would never said this ever. That's it.
So what's your objection based upon, Mr. Steele?
Objection based upon, I argued this before this honorable court. You argued the prosecution that before they ever mentioned my name, you granted this motion.
That I did.
You brought him up to this honorable court outside the presence of everybody.
This is some ghetto ass shit. Yo, this shit mad ghetto.
Opening statement, I am lied to. I am saying that. I am lied to. I don't know if anyone else got that exhibit. I did not get that exhibit. And I've seen everyone say shit, you know. And now it goes against the court's order. We are bound, duty bound, to follow this honorable court's order.
I'm going to join in the objection on behalf of Mr. Steele.
Let me see the...
I can put it back up,
Yes,
Judge.
ma'am.
And Your Honor, while I am putting that back up, I will state in my place that initially when there was the objection from Mr. Steele, I didn't have a clue what it was about because I didn't mention his name and didn't intend to mention his name. As I looked at the screen, I saw that part of his name was on the screen for the most part.
But I mentioned that, I ruled upon that last week. I did. That we were not, I would take it as it came in this case, and if the evidence got to that point, then I would deal with it accordingly.
Yes, Your Honor.
So,
And Your Honor, as to Mr. Steele's motion, as I'm pulling this up, the state would vehemently object to a mistrial and ask for a curative instruction and a reminder to the court, to the jury, that nothing that the lawyers say is evidence in this case. This is not at all the type of thing that rises to the level of mandating a mistrial. Certainly not. It just isn't. I have the...
She said certainly not. It just doesn't. No, that's not a... You a whole lawyer. The best you got is it just doesn't. You are a whole lawyer, and the best you got is it just doesn't. Explain to me, like, yo, this is a shit show.
All right.
The slide.
Pull up now.
I have it now. I'm
Court
about to
adds
share
court one for purposes of the motion for mistrial. All right. Okay, on slide 11 of 65, that I see where you have that at the bottom, represented by Brian Steele. So we can leave that for the time being. Leave it for the time being because it is what was it was up. I'm going to deny the motion for mistrial, Mr. Steele, but I will go ahead and give a curative instruction to our jurors at this point in time. So,
Yo, give it a... Come on. Like, they violating Thug right now, bro. Like, y'all... She literally just, like Thug lawyer said, she just violated court orders. Like, what's happening?
Your Honor, I'm supposed to ask for a reoccurrence report for my mistrial before the next process goes on. I'd like you to do me a courtesy, if you would, and allow me to do that now and preserve the motion for mistrial.
You've made your motion for mistrial, and the basis, and I'm going to mark the whole state's presentation as court one for the purpose of your motion, and it'll go in as stated.
And I have two other issues I'd like the court to just take up. One is just remember, I know you ruled on it, but the state said earlier today that Mr. Williams is contacting through parties that they don't know to pay for other people's lawyers. So I think that couples with that exhibit. And number two, I'd like the court to now order prosecution to give me and anyone else who wants to see it. I need to see respectfully what you ordered last week, all of the displays of the state of Georgia that they have not given to us. So that's why.
What do you mean by what displays are you talking about, Mr. Steele?
I never saw that. I never saw the wolf. I never saw the indictment. You ordered all the. I gave all my displays. I gave everything to the state. I got from the state.
Are you talking about using for opening statements, sir?
Of course.
Okay.
Should have been done.
All right. All right, Ms. Lowe.
Yeah. Thank you, Your Honor. Two matters, Your Honor. One, the first thing that Mr. Steele has requested of the court regarding the representation that the state made about other YSL members contacting Jeffrey Williams for representation is absolutely and has always been a part of what the state expects will show at trial.
I'm going to deny that portion, but to Mr. Steele's point, I'd already made that issue in terms of his particular involvement, and anything you need to let me know prior to that, and I need to rule upon it, and also subject to foundation. And just like this, so I assume that what you told our jurors is what you expect the evidence to show? Yes?
Yes,
All right, so
definitely.
I'm gonna overrule that part of his objection. What about the last thing you mentioned?
And Your Honor, as to the court's directive that we turn over anything or any exhibits or photographs, that was my understanding of the court's directive, that we expect to show an opening statement. As a matter of course, I can again reiterate the fact that it was an inadvertent omission to leave Mr. Steele, at least part of his name on here.
I got that, but he's talking about, is there anything else you're going to use in opening you haven't shown to defense counsel? He's telling us, well, I said that. I told you to do that a week ago.
Your Honor,
because here's what I told you was going to happen. I've got a jury that's out right now that's being interrupted. And Mr. Williams, you should have made your motion or should have told me about that an hour ago or when you found out about it.
Get in her ass, Judge. Get in her ass, Judge. And I'm sorry because she a black woman, but listen, man, you tearing down the black man. He ain't coming strong enough. Get her out of here. Fire her ass. Well, don't fire her. That's extreme, but get her out of here.
Not hijack me at the bench about that. You did what you had to do, but I'm not happy about that. I'm not happy about any of this. Because this is stuff we could take care of before our jury comes in. And that makes you all, you know, lessen your ability as advocates and lessen our ability for this jury to go ahead and get this case seamlessly. This is what I told you all was going to happen. So, have you given them everything you're going to show them during opening statement?
Your Honor, I haven't given them all of the word slides. I did give to them what Mr. Williams objected to. I had given that to them previously. I will give them or share with them the things that have been added as of this evening. And
can you do that over the next 5 minutes?
I sure can.
Deputy Ingram, Ingram, can you find out if our jurors are ready?
So you could have did that for the next you could do that within 5 minutes. Why you ain't been do that? Like, come on, man.
Are they ready? Are they still using the restroom?
I'll send that to them right now as we're waiting.
Your Honor, Your Honor, Jay Apt on behalf of Mr. Kendrick, can we have 5 or 10 minutes to review whatever Ms. Love is going to send us?
You can take a comfort break, and I'll come back at 10 of 12. And like I said, whatever we don't finish before 12:15, we'll pick up after lunch. Okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Shit show, man.
Who's talking?
Sharp.
Yes, Mr. Sharp.
On behalf of Mr. Stillwell, we've been operating pretrial with the Harvey rule. I want to make sure that the record is clear that we join Mr. Steele in his motion for mistrial, and if Your Honor...
I'll apply the Harvey rule unless you tell me otherwise. Okay?
And that will apply throughout trial?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Unless you tell me otherwise. Okay? All right.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to be in recess about 10 minutes, all right?
Your Honor, what I'm going to do before sitting is I'm going to actually do a search for the first 4 letters of Mr. Steele's name and make sure that I didn't leave anything else in there. So before I do that, I'm going to send that. I'll make that search for
She is horrible. He's the worst of the worst, man. Y'all hit that subscribe for the vibe.